You not ever palava. You want choice. You get oka. You want wrong with speed. What you want show? You want show? What you want show? And I mean, yeah, I just came a little bit. Where my hand not reach, I cannot force it. You not on salary, or you want them a check? Why you want them a check? When the moko finish, then you start to bid. You not got here, then you want some more weed. You can pay bills, then you want LC. You say the food not sweet, but you still eating it. Tell me what you forcing you to chop it. You unega want ya, yo. You want John Wish, look up. You not ever palava. You want choice. You get oka. You want wrong with speed. What you want show? You want show? What you want show?
All I think you doing my hand inside. While I ever ask a friend, tell your hand for inside. You want the pizza, don't eat pizza, you hungry, kata. Slow your speed and get prepared for the rebounds. You only wish you realize you only got one child. You go for meeting to bring your child, then you start to cry. The thing you not able, you go there, you will show the cable. Making money with you, then you spend it on labor table. Your family crying and begging, they got no food on the table. Watching yourself on big show, that fake flow. You get big mouth, then you say you big shot. You got time to afford, you get big heart. You talking too much, your mouth full of salava. Soon I take break, you prepare for a palava. You better stop it, I have it, I think it's necessary. Don't let me scary, I hear it, I think it give me headache.
To my vision, I'm good for scrapper. Scrapper. To my vision, I'm good for hustlers. Scrapper. To my easy putting you in Glikata. And you know, say your oka stay in the garage. You not get mad, you still want other shit. Younger black, but the money you want take seat. You not want drink, but you choosing anything. You can buy spray, but you want something sweet. Your teeth are correct in your mouth, but you want eat meat. You not get self when you send me for credit. So why you got me bully? You not get TV, but you just buying this. You not get boyfriend yet, then you want marry now. So out the sky, they make me fall from. Tell you, unega want ya.
Yo.
You want John Wish.
Look up.
You not ever palava. You want choice. You get oka. You want wrong with speed. What you want show? You want show? What you want show? To my vision, I'm good for scrapper. Scrapper. To my vision, I'm good for hustlers. Scrapper. You unega want ya. You want John Wish.
Yo.
You not ever palava. You want choice. You get oka. You want wrong with speed. What you want show? You want show? What you want show? It's a panaro.
Takunche.
Sibiripira batala.
It rains on the beat.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Attorney Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson Talk Show on this beautiful Wednesday, July the 5th, 2023. What has this day got in store for us, man? We got news coming out of Liberia that CDC people are turning against George Weah, dropping the CDC like it's hot. Let me bring my correspondent in from Liberia, Mr. Samuel Wilker. Sam, what's up, brother?
Yeah, good morning, Rod.
Hey, brother. Same old. What's
And I was
happening?
independent yesterday.
Oh, man, we just chill. I just chill, eat,
Okay,
chill.
great.
That's it,
And
man.
you're looking so active this morning. It looks like it was so okay yesterday.
I rested. I was rested. I
Okay.
had a chance to sleep, and I took advantage of that. I used it effectively, and thank God. And how are you this morning?
Well, I'm okay. It's just that in Liberia, things are moving a different trend.
You kidding me?
Politics is taking a different trend.
What's happening, brother?
the representative of District Number 9, Francis Foucault, who replaced the late Mona Penn of CDC, a strong tradition. He's just told us this morning that he'll be supporting opposition, though he didn't call a particular opposition party. But he's a member of CDC, and on CDC ticket, he just won the primary. But surprisingly and shockingly, he said he was going to support opposition political parties instead of his ruling party. We don't know the reason behind that. And besides Foucault, a lot and lots of citizens are leaving the party. They are going independent.
Wow.
Simply because the primary did not favor them, so that they are going independent.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's a big news in Liberia. Most citizens, lawmakers are leaving their party and supporting other political parties.
So they ready disgruntled with George Weah and they tired with him.
Yeah, things not going well. Things not going well at all. And some of these guys are looking at the kind of popularity of Joseph Boakai nowadays, and so they don't want to take chances. So they are leaving the party. Like Milton Terry once said, he was with United Party. He said he was supposed CDC, but he still with United Party. So this time around, United Party is not even looking at him. So that's what unfolding in Liberia nowadays. The parties are cracking.
Just to add on what you're seeing as you were talking, something just on my computer from Henry Costa.
Okay.
He's saying he's breaking his silence on Monday, July the 10th. Is that the 10th? Hold on 1 minute. Let me just read it again. This is from Henry Costa. After a lengthy period of sober reflection and consultation, we will break our silence and nation on Monday, July 10 at 2 p.m. from the headquarters of our party, the All Liberian Party, ALP. The media is recorded. Stay blessed. That's for Henry Costa. He been silent for so long for true. Silent. Is he running for president?
Well, yeah, Monday, because what somebody told me yesterday was he's contemplating on supporting Cummings.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, where you find smoke, the fire. So maybe.
You see Cummings where he cut so badly.
That's what it's just rumor.
Or he running for president?
Well, we don't know yet.
He's going to get his statement from the headquarters of the All Liberian Party, which is his family party. That means something big is in store coming up.
But you is the political leader of that party. Will he step aside and allow Costa to take charge?
Didn't you hear you step aside the last time? He made his speech in the field. He said, "Stop." Excuse me. He said he's not participating in the politics no more. He soon be stepping aside for the younger people to take over. He said that on his field the other day in his statement.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the younger generation to take charge. I remember that.
Now with this statement of Costa coming out saying on July 10th he coming to break his silence, is he coming to take over the All Liberian Party? Is he coming to be the standard bearer? That's a good question. You there, Sam? Sam is frozen right now. I hope he comes back. But anyway, this way it stands. We just received this message from Henry Costa of the Council of Liberian Patriots. A stunt spot. Sam, you were over for a while. A stunt spot.
That way anyway.
I know. Telling us that he's going to break his silence on Monday. This is amazing. So, Sam, what is going in Liberia? We know that I told you in Liberia there's no bail for murder. So we know.
And they're going back to prison, waiting for August term of court.
Yes, they denied them.
Yeah.
There's no way. Nobody has ever been given bail for murder in Liberia.
For murder.
So they ain't gonna start it now. Okay.
So she must go back to prison and help to clean up the place because she said the place is so filthy.
Yeah, she must go take care of the women. She's advocate now, let her write all the problems down, let her write them down. She can write. So she's a lawyer, so she can advocate for them now. to women in prison. So
It's more time for reading the law in the prison.
So by October now, something should be happening for the women in prison before our next term. One next term or could when the next
August.
term? August.
August. Yeah.
So when is the court closing down now?
Orlando, it should be closing next week or so.
Okay, so then they go on recess and coming back in August.
Yeah.
So we'll be in jail until August.
Until August.
Wow. That's just a month anyway.
Mm-hmm. That's a long. I mean, she just started her jail sentence. If she's guilty, she got more time to spend.
What time in August is the court opening again?
The second week in August.
The second week. So she'll be in jail for like 2 or 3 weeks before the case starts.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're in July now. So when the case
Yeah.
starts, okay. Well, we'll see where it's going with this case. I just hope she got all the ducats lined up because it's a long time.
They got more time to research the law.
It's a long time in jail, man.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I mean, not even murder, Sam, because even if it's not murder, it's accessory to murder or to murder.
Accomplice, yeah.
You know, because she knows she's an accessory before and after the fact, so she knows about it. Then she participated in it because as long as that dead body got residue of pepper spray on the face, and she said she sprayed somebody. Who did she spray? If there were no robbers in the house, and she took out this pepper spray and sprayed somebody, who did Gloria Musu's cat spray? Was it Shallow Musu? Did they try to subdue her? You know, these are all the facts that will be coming on the case now because nobody was there but these three people. And if the way the case is going, until we can verify the elements of the crime, the fruit of the crime, what are the 3 elements of the fruit of the crime? Sam?
See that?
What are the 3 elements of the fruit of the crime?
You talking about the object used to
the weapon,
to stab her?
Yes. The victim.
The victim.
You need the body itself. So
and
then you need a weapon. Then
the weapon, yeah.
Then you need the suspect.
The suspect.
The act. Or whoever is under suspicion.
And the scene is included to the scene.
Well, they're all part of the weapon.
The elements.
Elements of the crime. The scene is important for forensics, for the law to say somebody is dead and a crime is committed. Those are the basic elements you need. The crime scene is for forensic investigation to further the investigation to the crime. But the elements of the crime of murder, you got to have those 3 elements present. You got to have a victim, you got to have a weapon, and you got to have a suspect. So if one of the elements are missing, one of the elements is missing, we got to look to circumstantial evidence sometime and other kind of evidence. Because when you don't have the weapon, you can't determine who killed the person. They say it was for stabbing, but it may not be from a knife. It might be from a sword. It may be from a spear. They all have the same sharp edges that can penetrate the person. So you don't know whether it's a knife or spear or whatever.
Or axe or machetes or so, something like that.
Yes. So you really don't know what penetrated that thing, pierce the skin. So you don't know that. If you don't have a body, you know somebody is missing. That's why under the law, when you go to report somebody missing, the law doesn't act on it for a while. Because especially as an adult, if there's a kid, yeah, the law will act right away. But if there's an adult or adolescent person that can walk around free by themselves without parental control or without supervision, you can't say when that person died if there's no body. How you sure the person died? Why did the person run away? Why did the person just decided to leave their parents and go away? You're looking at adults. I'm a man. What if I just decided, man, I won't live in this state no more. I want to go to California. I don't tell nobody. Like I told you when I was coming to America, I didn't tell anybody on the night before I was leaving. People do those things. So that way when people disappear, it's hard for the police to put out a notice right away to say, if that's a child, that's something different. But if that's an adult, it's hard. Because nobody controlling you, sir. Nobody controlling your mind, nobody controlling your movement, nobody controlling anything. You can get up today and say, I want to do this, to hell with Monrovia. I'm going to Ghana. I'm going to Sierra Leone. Nobody can stop you. And there's no rule saying you got to tell anybody where you're going. So when these missing person reports come out, the police doesn't know what to do. So they will tell you, let's wait and see as a big person. So you will wait for 1 week, 2 weeks. Maybe it will take a month before they start taking the case serious as a missing person report.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want to put notice or that somebody missing. Then the person sleeping with a boyfriend down the road or hiding with some lover in a hotel in another state or just don't want to be notified or bothered by anybody. So that's why you give the people space. You see? Now, under the law, like we were dealing with Wuchu Scott them and all of that, things with the procedure of the court and where we're going with that. So, wherever the conversation we're on, I lost track of that. But those are the laws when it comes to death and missing people and people who were talking about the elements of the crime and things like that. Same thing with a knife. We're talking about a knife. Same thing with who killed the person. You know who killed the person. Somebody died. How did they die? They stabbed them. Who was with the person the last time? How will you bring a case? You don't have no suspect. So the investigation stays open or pending until they can get sufficient evidence. And that is why the prosecution, the defendant in Gloria Musu Scott case is fighting for bail. Because apparently the prosecution has not demonstrated that they have sufficient evidence to charge this woman on murder. They cannot say who really stabbed the girl. Right?
Yeah.
So the guy everybody conspiracy charges and all the other charges. So they don't know who really stabbed her. Even if all of them stabbed her together, who dealt the final blow to kill her? Okay? Because you can stab people all over their body and they may not be life-threatening. But one person will stab them somewhere that it will cause them to die immediately. That is the person that killed them. So who killed Charlo Musu? They don't know. And that's why the defendant is fighting for bail. But under our law, whether there's evidence or not, when you charge with murder, there's no bail. So that's what we are with this case. What was the other case going on with this? What was the situation with this $65 million going on?
Well, what I learned this morning was it has been rectified, and most of the callers from the rural counties are saying that those who voted for this loan to pass will not retain their seat. They will vote them out because it's damaging to the country. This late hour, what are you doing? This is the $5 million. So they don't want even explanation. They don't want any explanation. nation, they are saying that it's just lit.
So this
So the
is
government justify, as corruption. And, they want to steal their money, and so most of them want to retire this election, and so they want to take their share and carry it. So they call it, the citizens don't want to listen to what justification, whether you want to support the LCC or what they are saying. I mean, it's not a time for us to $5 million. So
but,
almost everybody is going against that.
but are the Liberian people willing to stand up now for the right thing? This is the question we got to ask our people. Are we willing to stand up now to change our country? We are at the crossroads. Believe it or not, we are at the crossroads. Even though we will punish Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, but Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was a comeback for us. We look at her as the woman with the ability to bring us back from darkness into light. Okay? But she was misguided. She was misguided from the time she started this whole process, because her whole ambition was to be the first female president of Liberia. You see?
Of Africa.
Of Africa. And nothing else mattered. That was her objective. And I knew that from the time I spoke with Greg and Emma Johnson. You remember I told you Emma Johnson wanted me to join him?
Yeah.
Before with Charles Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
And that was his major concern too. Because when he kept coming to me, I kept saying, no, I can't go. I can't leave America to go Liberia. No. And then I asked him, but I was main concern. I said, well, man, why you want me? Why you so behind me? He said, I want somebody who believe in something. Somebody who think like me and really want to change the country. I said, I don't mind coming with you, my man. I know you're sincere. You want to change the country for the better. Which he did. I didn't care about his philosophy. He used to read his socialist books and all of that. I didn't care about all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is, if you're going to change the country, our country just needs the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
Honest leaders to set our country straight. You see? And it doesn't matter where your philosophy comes from. The whole country will drive you to where you want to go. You see? And that's why it matters that the Liberian people understand what we want as a people. And that's what this show is all about. Because you cannot say you want peace and you're not decisive about what you want. You're hanging on the fence. You want to support crime. You want to support corruption. You want to support evil. Then at the same time, you want peace. That's why in America we say you cannot have your cake and eat it too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You want something. Take it and run. Don't stand there and eat it in front of our faces. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Take it and go. Don't stay in one place. Okay? That's not what we're operating on. That's a showboat thing. We want change. We have to demonstrate ourselves as a people that we want change. If we cannot demonstrate that we are patriots and we're looking for voting to go change our people, it will not work. Look at the world today. You mean if a president in power for 6 years and something happened now, we'll wait for 6 years before we express our grievance? That's asinine. In other words, common sense, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. You can aggrieve right now. You can say, I will wait right now and change the president in 6 years from now. It can't work.
The people's power. You gotta take to the street and express the anger.
Yes. And there are many ways to express our anger, Sam. And that's why I keep telling the Liberian people. And we have to learn these ways. Or else, if we are afraid of tear gas, we are afraid of rubber bullets, we're afraid of police presence, there are other ways to express your grievance. We can strike. We can just sit down. Don't go to work. Don't go nowhere. Just stay home. It's just as bad as demonstrating. The government can't function. Who will run the port? Who will run the public transportation? Who will run the cafeterias and restaurants? Nobody. The whole country just sit down and let the government run it. Let George Weah and his crew run it. It will hurt. You see, they will come to their senses overnight because we're not going the street. We're not exposing ourselves to violence and the tear gas and the negativity. But we're using another means of striking. We're staying home. We're not coming to work. And if the whole nation stay home, you got to pay us. After 30 days, you got to pay us. Whether we stay home or not, you better pay us or we stay home some more. You see how it works, Sam? Sam is frozen. Are you frozen? But that's how it works. You know, you can't continue on the same path if you know it's harmful to you. If you know that it doesn't benefit you in any way. So if you know that going out in the street in Africa and demonstrating, these leaders have no empathy or feeling for their own people. They will take guns and shoot you. They will take tear gas and pump you up with it. They will do any means to get you off the street. You got to find another means to express your grievance. And that's why we have different processes of how we can express our grievances. We don't always have to expose ourselves to the danger of violence. So we have to understand that whenever we demonstrate and it's harmful to us, the next time we want to express our grievance, we find another means. We strike. Nobody go to work, nobody go to school, nobody ride a bus, nobody eat outside, nobody do that. Everybody stay home. Let's see how the government will function. The government can't function.
But what surprised me is that the civil servants, this humanization, took away most. But some of them salaries. Most of them they are complaining, but they're not taking action. Civil servants, I will lay down my pen or my chalk, whatever that I got to work with, but they're not doing it.
You know why, Sam? Our people that they've been through war for 14 years. And they don't want to do anything to spark this prolonged violence and suffering among themselves. But they have to understand that our country is still at war. Our war ain't end yet. The war lords and war criminals are still leading us.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have guns, but they're fighting to devour our money among themselves. That's where the war is. It's economic. It's the destruction of our nation. They can't take a gun to fight no more, but they're fighting in the house. They're agreeing to destroy our nation for peace sake. You think they're dividing our money because it's in our best interest? No. Because among them, they don't want to fight, so they're doing each other favors for peace sake. And not seeking the interest of the Liberian people. So we are at war. Our war never ended. When the war ended, you take the same criminals and put them on top of us as our leaders, there's a problem. And America should have told us warlords cannot be president. We're not support warlords in Liberia being leaders. That's the first thing that America is our friend. Tell the warlord you can participate in the new government. Just by saying that alone, we encourage people to come home. But you keep the same people there. The people ran away from these people. People escaped Liberia from these people. How will come home to these same people won't rule our country? We can't do that. So all these things, the saving Liberia, we are still at war. We got warlords leading us. We got criminals still being elected in our country.
Mm-hmm.
The will of the Liberian people will suffer. Secondly, against them, when you cause all the educated people to leave the country, there is a brain drain, which is in Liberia.
Certainly.
We don't have no educated people in our country. The educated people there, the education are questionable. In Liberia, stealing each other's grades, changing grades, and all the people in Liberia, their education is questionable.
Seriously.
It's questionable. So they are prone to being corrupt. They are prone to being misled, misdirected, fooled, bamboozled, hijacked. They are prone to all those things. You know? Just imagine people that us in America can be fooled. Mama, they got people that fool you in this country. Me, I can get fooled. What do you think about those people in Liberia that don't know no book or have semi and think they're educated? They can get fooled as easy as 1, 2, 3. So this is where our country is.
A university degree now is equivalent to a high school certificate.
But Sam, everything in our country is based on corruption.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you get a job, people say, "Oh, you better take care of yourself, my man." Other people not do it, you better do your part. Now, as soon as you start acting fair and want to lay down the law, the very people you want to do it for, my man, what kind of tough man are you? So, what kind of tough businesses? Because they're used to corruption. They're used to stealing. They're used to laissez-faire living. They're not used to law and order. So when somebody come with law and order, the very people you're trying to save, you become their enemies. Because you're not letting them enjoy like they used to enjoy. You setting standards now and say, no, we can't do that. We got to do it this way. They don't want it that way. They want to bypass things, to come through the back door all the time. And you're telling them, no, we can't do that no more. Everybody got to come through the front door. This is why we fought for 12 and 14 years of civil war for us to get fairness, for us to get order, for us to get discipline, for us to do the right thing. We fought and killed each other for this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Why now? The opportunity there for us to do it, we can't do it. Why? Something is wrong with the society. Something is wrong. That's why we need more people preaching the growth of the society, the development of the minds of our people. We need more people teaching that and preaching that. Because we're not teaching it enough. You know, everybody going to school is one thing, but what are you teaching in the school? What are you getting out of school? When you graduate from school, what is your worth? Do you know anything you learn? Do you know about your country? Do you know about the significance of all your regalias that the country have? You know, all the patriotic slogans and things. Do you know what it means? How significant they are to developing your nation and forming the minds of your children? They form our minds. Sam, I told you, on the time we grew up singing, trust and don't pay. Steve from Steve make all laugh. That corrupt mind.
Where you talk good, where it
Yeah.
late, but don't reach the airboard. So see, don't let people see you. All these things, they kind of concept and damage your country.
We're singing those songs from small, and we're seeing it happen. We're seeing them fire people for corruption. Then you stay 1 month, 2 months, and move you, put you somewhere else in another position. We're seeing those things and corrupting our society.
But that's why they call the people. They say the people stupid only because they are so sincere and and humble.
Yes.
So they say they are stupid. So once you like a guy phone somebody bribed me at RIA sometime ago, a Nigerian guy, $20,000, he refused it because he came with drugs, and he was dismissed. Another commander received that money. The guy was dismissed, saying he would die poor. So you see the insincerity in this country that are bringing problem.
Yeah. But Sam, I told you when I used to work at the Department of Finance, Ministry of Finance, as director. I was just 24 years old. I had my little one-room shack, my little bathroom, and everything. So now I wake up in the morning, 10 my dingo people sitting on my stairs, they won't see me.
Oh,
It wasn't no fun, Sam. I woke up in the morning, my yard full of my dingo people. They want ID card. national ID card. Now just imagine if I wasn't a patriot of my country. That's why I usually ask all these people, be scared. The first time I open my door, man, I see all the people sitting in my door outside. I say, how you from my house? The first question I ask them, how you from my house? Oh, Papa, where you want? Oh, Papa, want ID card. And all them got money too. I told them straight. I said, if you don't get out of my damn yard, I will call the police and arrest every one of y'all. I said, what you think I am? You think I'm here to sell my country to y'all? I gave you an ID card today for 50 cents or $100. When I look 10 years from now, you'll be fighting my children because of jihad to get out of my country. You see, we don't realize the effect of what we do right now. You sell our country to people. You sell people ID card. You say, oh, they're rich. But those same people you sell your ID card to, they go to settle on the land, they breed children. They have army. Now they can't fight your children for your country. And they won't change your religion to jihad because of jihad. So I asked them. I said, if I get your ID card now, what will happen 20 years from now when you come and challenge my children for my country? I would be the very one that did it to them. Because when you get the people national ID card, you seeing they are citizens. People couldn't travel through Liberia without a national ID card. And I was blessed to get that kind of job. I could have been a millionaire today. I could be like Benin, you would have said, not happy. But why would it benefit me to sell my country for petty change? They used to be scared of me. Nobody came to my house no more because I thought I would put her in jail. And you know how to talk. I already would kick their asses. What you came to my house for? Huh? You see how they make you corrupt? Now you follow those people, you become corrupt. Because you know how many times the people now tell me I'm stupid? Yeah, I'm stupid, but I ain't stealing people money. I will not become a rogue because you say I'm stupid. Sam, me and my mom used to force for the same reason, man. All these guys, people less than me, people just secretary and thing, they were building houses for ma and pa. And my mom looked at me, why you not building me my for the houses? I said, well, what? Well, that person doing it for the man. I said, that person stealing. How you going to steal? We got a house. What you are going to build your house again for? You live in prayer. What are going to do? Steal money to prove what? That I'm a good son? You can't steal from other people to prove you're a good son. You got to work for your money. Our whole country is nothing but rogues, man. Half of the people to the top with money, nothing but damn rogues. And we evaluate every one of them they stole. You know, and we can't keep on this trend, you know. We can't go back. We can't go back and punish people. Even my power may be involved. We can't go back and do all of that. But we can stop it. We can stop it. And these people in our DNA, we can punish them and get our money back. But we don't have to go back to Tottenham time and Topper time and all that. But anytime, we can go back to any time and get all our money from these damn criminals. All the criminals our children got, they don't deserve it. If for us, Charles Salif, Robert Salif, Fuma Salif, everybody that work in that damn government, we got to evaluate them and see how much they got. And how we got to ask them how they got it. They got to explain to us how we got it. They got to explain to us how they got their money. This is of the Liberian people. When we stand up as one people and call the whole damn Ellen Johnson Sally government to focus and ask them what they did with our money. What they did to our money. Our country can't be poor to this while 30 individuals running around with millions and millions and millions of dollars.
But that is why Ellen is supporting Cummings because we has failed and she knows now that we are be leaving. Okay, so she cannot give us support to Bwaka because Bwaka was suddenly, take her to court to investigate her. That's why she's giving support to Cummings to control Cummings at the end of the day when Cummings wins.
But Cummings can't do nothing. Liberia is our way of awakening our people, Sam. so that it doesn't matter who become president. You put Komio, you put Borgao, you put Wiao, you put Gongolo, you put anybody there as president. The Liberian people will make our president be honest. Will make our president accountable. Why do foreigners gotta put conditions in loan for honesty and transparency before our government can act? Why? Why foreigners gotta put those things out in loan? You mean we are not people of integrity? You mean foreigners gotta bribe us before we have transparency and accountability in our government? That's a bribe, son. When people do $60 million and say, oh, you must do so and so for accountability and transparency, so that means you're a kid. They gotta bribe you to protect your own country and people. This is asinine. You see what I'm talking, Sam? That shows that we are idiots or being led by dummies. How will you bribe me to protect my own nation and people? I mean, this is how bad our country gone. You gotta bribe me. That $65 million, the only condition to that $65 million is George Weah them on that team. They must show transparency. They must show accountability. So that means our country is so bad and full of rogues that these conditions must be placed in monetary loans for us to survive as a people. This is not right, Sam. It's not fair to us. And this is why we have to enlighten our people. The power of our nation is in the hands of the Liberian people. Not George, not Alexander Cummings, none of the useless people. It's in the hands of our people. And if we don't stand up for what we believe in and want to see happen in our country, it will never happen, Sam. How many years, man? All my life we've been through this thing here. I tell you how even my sister is dishonest. Why we gotta be to this? And my sister is a lawyer. She's heading a government institution. How can I trust her now to be fair? I can't. I thrive on justice and truth and loyalty and rule of law. And yet somebody right in my family violating the rule of law, taking our family money and commingling it with hers, and she know it's wrong. But she's doing it in a way because she can do it. And this is what happened in our country. All these people know the things they're doing are wrong. But they can do it, so they do it. And it reflects badly on us as Liberian people. Because we sit there and let them do it. You see, there's a problem with my brothers and sisters. With my younger brothers and sisters, I understand. Because anytime I go to talk to them, they tell me, say, Rodney, when you're talking about honesty and people, look at Yvette and our money. She put it in her account. You're not saying nothing about it. You're our bigger brothers and sisters. You're supposed to confront her. They have said that to me. My younger siblings have said that to me. They're waiting for me to act. And if I say I'm a man of justice and truth and the rule of law, I got to act. I can't be silent. If my sister is doing something wrong against the law, against us and our interests, it's wrong. You can't say you love us by doing one thing, then you try to hurt us by taking our daily bread. You can't do that. You know, you either love us wholeheartedly or not. You see? And that's the problem with our people, man. You either want to do something or you don't want to do it. If you want to do it wholeheartedly, then do it wholeheartedly and be satisfied with that. But if you don't want to do it wholeheartedly, you want some condition or you want some repayment or something, then it's not wholehearted. You see, that's what we tell you. Everything not free, Sam. Somebody say free is not free. Somebody paying for it, or you pay for it some kind of way. You got to find out what the condition attached to that free, what that free means. Because nothing is free. Somebody got to pay for something. If you're getting something free, somebody paying for it. And what is that? Excuse me. What is that person getting out of it? So you got to understand all these things.
You know, from what you explained, I'm a victim. I remember it was in the 90s. My cousin brought a container, a boy from the States, they brought used clothes. And the family planned to do this guy. So I was the only person to say, no, it was wrong. I don't want to be part of that criminal conspiracy, please. Because that the family went against me. So you see, from what you explaining, I went through it too. They went against me.
Yeah.
So we should steal from this man. But the man working in America, the kind of work you do in America is so difficult, man.
And why
He
would
told me, from to me, say, my man, that's my whole life money here.
why would a family come together to do that to another family man?
Another family. So I was the only person that went against that. They went against me. They in America there. So they went to do this guy. I said, no, it's not possible. The man, you heard what the man saying? All through his life, that's his money. He worked hard, he worked so hard. He's come, your friend, he's come to help us here. He want to steal from him.
Yes, Sam.
It didn't stop there. One of my cousins worked with the Public Works Ministry World Bank project. He stole huge money, and they sacked him. He complained, said somebody else took his complaint, but you stole. So why can't they sack you? So that's how we live in this country. When you want to be too fair, they go against you.
But why would family members come together and say, let's do this man?
Yeah.
That's because the man worked hard for his living. He didn't do it, he wasn't like them. You see, Ben, see why you gotta stay away from your family sometimes? For your own.
Oh yeah, that's why I don't bother them, and they still got that mindset, that kind of criminal behavior. I'm not part of it. I better go hungry than to steal from somebody. No, it's not in my blood.
Damn, Sam, that's wickedness, man. When your own family can rob you. And this is why, because they don't care about you now, or they're jealous of you. And this is what happened in our family, Sam. This is why, because just imagine when my father died, all the money we receive from lenders, I never received 1 cent. Either my stepmom or my older brother took my share of the money. Nobody brought me money. Everybody divided money. All the other children got theirs except me. Everybody, right, they don't need it. Let me take it. That's what they do to me. The same thing, Sam. They feel I don't need it because I work for my money. I don't depend on family. I'm not sitting there waiting for my family to send me $300. I'm not waiting for my sister to send me money before I can eat. I've never been that kind of way. And Sam, my little sister was mayor in Liberia. I was going to Liberia. My little niece, my sister's daughter. And you know what hurt me, Sam? I got to say this because I was hurt by it. My little sister's daughter, that Ellen relative. So Ellen took her and made her mayor of Peensville. That girl's a little girl. That girl can't be no mayor. So they made her mayor. So when she needs something, she will call me, Uncle Rodney, can you help me with this? And I will do it. But the only question I always ask myself, when I saw my sister, when my sister had a baby, and she sent me the baby picture, I had it on my icebox door. Every day I pass that picture, and when I look at that picture, I said to myself, if I am need and I ever call this girl when she grows up, will she answer me? I always ask myself that question every time I look at my little niece picture. I look at it because my stepmother didn't like us, and she was right. My father was a philanderer, a promiscuous man. having 20 children while married and all of that. So my stepmom has some problem with us. And I didn't mind that. Every woman got to fight for herself.
Mhm.
You see? But don't deceive me. Don't say you love me and you fighting me for property and all that kind of thing. I'm not into that kind of thing, you know. So my lady niece grew up with my stepmom and all the kind of vibes she had. So I always wonder, I say, if I ever call this girl, will she respond to me and help me? So I was going to Liberia 5 years ago. I needed a place to stay because every time I go to Kennedy Hotel. And Kennedy Hotel is like $200, $300 a month, a day. So they got rented places in Painesville. I wanted a house to rent because if I can pay $200 a day
Hmm.
in a hotel, I can rent my own place. I can rent a house for 1 week or 2 weeks. So I decided, I said, well, man, instead of me going to Kennedy and paying $200 a day, because Sam, I got no relative in Liberia. When I go to Liberia, I go on my own. The only relative I got is when my pa left me. I ain't depend on nothing else.
Mhm.
So I go my own money, I go my own means of survival. I go straight to the hotel. I rent like a stranger and live in my country. I don't go to nobody. Okay, I know who I am. I know when I stand with my family. I don't go to nobody. So I wanted my little niece to find me a place that I could rent for less than $1,000 because she was mayor. So I said, let me call my little niece. Maybe she can find my little place. I never, all the time I've been to Liberia, I never lived with my sister. I never lived with my brother. Never lived with my cousin. I never lived with nobody. I carry my own money and rent my place. So I called my little niece. I said, let me call my niece. Let her find me a place she mayor. Maybe she can get me a cheap place, a house. I can use it for a week with TV and everything in it, and pay $500 instead of $1,000 for a week. So I called my little niece. My little niece answered the phone. She said, "Oh, Uncle," I said, "I come to Liberia and see that I need to talk to you about somewhere to stay." She said, "Okay, Uncle Rodney, let me call you back." She never called me back. You know, because I blasted Ellen. I was always blasting Ellen. And she a mayor on her, so she was scared to thinking I wanted to stay with her at her house. So she said, okay, Uncle Rodney, I will call you back. She never called me back. That hurt me. Why would she think I want to stay with her? When all her life, I never stayed with her mom. I never stayed with her grandma. Even when I go to Maryland, I take my wife to go straight to a hotel. I don't go to my sister. I used to do that first. When we first came to America, all I used to leave, go to my sister house, sleep on the floor and things like that. I'm a married man. I got my wife. I ain't gonna sleep on the floor with my wife. I ain't gonna sleep in nobody's house. That's why I told her, I said, look, every time you call me to meeting, family meeting, I spend $1,000 coming to Maryland. I gotta put my wife in a hotel. I ain't gonna put her in a motor nightclub hotel where people just come and bang overnight, just use the hotel to bang. I gotta put my wife in a good hotel. My wife is a respectable woman. My family is respectable. When I travel, I ain't going to sleep with my sister Yvette. I ain't going to a house to sleep with like all my younger brothers. That's something I used to do when I was a kid. I'm a married man now. I can't do that. You see, that all my family don't understand. That my little niece didn't understand. And I told my sister, I said, you know, I call your niece, your daughter, and told her I will come to that period. She never called me back. And my sister never said nothing to me. She never said nothing. She walked away. And that hurt me. Because when they call me, I respond. If I can't do it, I tell you I can't do it. Look, maybe you my relative. You can't do something with me. Tell me, say, oh, no, you're not working for the government. You can't stay with me. I will tell you, oh, I don't want to stay with you. I want to stay somewhere else. You're my relative. When I say you call me back and don't call me back, yeah, that's disrespect. You know, we never did that in my family before. When people say they're gonna call you back, they call me back. You know, and you know, people gotta learn respect, man. That's just respect. That's just respect. And our people don't know that. You know, and every time I go around them, I get this disrespect. My niece got her little daughter. I go to Maryland. I park my car, go to my sister's house. I haven't seen my niece's daughter since she was born. I haven't seen her since she was born. I'm going to the house. I just heard the person say, Uncle Rodney, can I drive your Jeep? Then I turn around, I see my niece's little daughter. Well, you know what? I told her no. Why? Because she never respected me. Where I come from, when you see your elder, what you say? What you say when you see your elder, son?
You greet the person and I respect that kind of,
Hello,
yeah.
hello, Uncle Rodney, how are you?
Yeah.
I had never seen that girl when she was a little baby. Couldn't talk. Now here she is, a tall girl, walking, talking. She see me go in the house. She said, hello, Uncle Rodney, how you doing? She said none of that. She just walked up to me. Oh, Uncle Rodney, can I drive your Jeep? I turned around. I wanted to say, I wanted to say, my little niece is you big like this. I didn't see her. Well, the last time I saw that girl, she wasn't walking. She wasn't talking. She was a baby. Wasn't. Now, yes, she is a big girl. She see me. She can say, hello, Uncle Rodney. She won't drive my Jeep. My Jeep parked. She just walked up to me. Oh, Uncle Rodney, can I drive your Jeep? I look at her. I said, no, you cannot drive my Jeep. I didn't tell her why. I just told her, no, you can't. I walk away. You a big girl that you don't know when you see your uncle, you tell your uncle, hello, how you doing, uncle? Huh? You say I'm your uncle. I haven't seen you since you baby. I even know her. The guy told a tree. The guy had grown. I didn't even know that was a girl.
She used to come to you, hug you, and you know, and that kind of, yeah.
The girl just walk. I didn't even see the girl. I was walking in the house. I just heard the person, oh, Uncle Randy, can I drive your Jeep? And I turned around. I wanted to say, oh, you can't tell me hello? I wanted to say that. Then I said, no, she knows better. I just told her, I said, no, you can't drive my Jeep. And I just walk in the house. I know she went to her mom, I don't like Uncle Rodney. I think Uncle Rodney is mean, but Uncle Rodney, something. Uncle Rodney knows respect. Uncle Rodney knows family. If you don't show me respect, I ain't gonna show you respect. I ain't you nobody pay my rent. You know, and these are the kind of things in family we don't understand that differentiate us, the older people from this younger generation of family. They have no respect. You see me as your uncle, you will not tell me hello. You just won't drive my car. Huh? But you see, in the older days, and my pa finna give you a back slap. My pa will give you a back slap. And ask you ain't got no damn respect. You can't tell me hello. And my sister didn't know that. Our pa never took bullshit. Our pa would slap you to the ground in a heartbeat. You don't speak to him and show him disrespect. Why would my niece show me? She knows better. She knows better. So if you don't speak to me, you don't respect me. If you don't respect me, I ain't gonna respect you either. Nobody paying my way. Nobody feeding me. Okay? What my sister did for us, I did it for the family too. It was because of me. All our legal problems were solved. I did all the legal work for the family. My sister brought all of us to America. So all of us shared the work. Every legal work for the Chesson family, my signature is on it. Because they were all scared. After the coup, all of them were scared. I was the only one. My sister said, Roger, let's go. You got to do that. I said, okay, I will do it. But I didn't want to do it because they seen disrespect in the family. I went to school myself. I paid my own way to school. I educated myself, Sam. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
You used to see me hustling in the city for money and my basketball and all of that. You know, how you think I got money? My father never used to give me money. My father had too many girlfriends and children to take care of. You know? So people must come and tell me, you know, and behave negatively towards me and think that I would take it. I ain't taking it from nobody. Nobody. You know? We grew up on respect. We grew up on discipline. We grew up on law. We grew up in order. And those things do not change. We maintain those things. That's why keep our society strong and vibrant. But if we lose those things, we are nothing. Especially family. You don't respect me.
Mm-hmm.
Why I won't be among you? I don't want to be among you. You see, Sam, it hurts me because that's the foundation of where we start. Charity begins at home. And when your home is just as bad as your country, you might as well just give it up. Because in our country, the same thing we do at home need to be done in our country. We need to raise money. We need to raise big, big money. But our people are not money conscious. Like I keep telling you this thing. Liberian people are not money conscious. We're not serious about money. There are people that steal from us and rob us because everything is for peace sake. For peace sake. But we'll talk about this in our next lesson. It's 8 o'clock. Do your closing statement.
Well, you talk. You yes. We this country like why you left. The way you left Liberia is not Liberia is no more like that. It's too much disrespect in this country. No child respectful nowadays. It's just going bad, rather. So they imagine Liberia those days too much respect. So in Liberia these days, no respect. The late child will say, "Oh man, you won't leave my way. I will punch you. I will push you. You know." Maybe if you stand over a child, no sit. That child will sit and look at you. And they'll never give you seat. That's the kind of Liberia we live nowadays.
Because our society is illiterate.
Very,
Majority
very so.
of people are illiterate. They don't know training. They don't know etiquette.
No more discipline in this country.
They don't know how to raise our children. I tell you one day, I was sitting there watching them bring the children in to sing a song or something. Every one of the children were talking. I couldn't believe it. They were so loud. Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I said, what? That couldn't be my Liberia. Lecturing you yelling like that, I will fuck the hell out of all of you. That means the teachers were not doing their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
You bring the lecturer into the auditorium, all of them talking. Yeah, 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 yeah. They're not disciplined. Totally lack of discipline. You can't raise those children. They are Zokos already. From the time you see them, lecture, when they come into a hall, they're supposed to be absolutely silent, in line, not talking, not looking around, looking straight ahead and walking forward. That's how our raise. We never came to a building talking and banshees and animals. I said, no, the children were like animals. I want to look at the baby animals. They're talking. And what they're talking, they even know what they're talking. Oh, say that, knock me. Oh, say that. Total indiscipline. I just looking at the children, I said, my country gone. My country gone. When you look at foreign country, you see all of the children in line, quiet, moving. And the people telling them, quiet, move on. Sam, I went to a football team in Germany to watch the children play football. Children 4, 5, 6 years old. Discipline's chance. You hear the people yelling at the children. I couldn't believe it, Sam. I never seen the people discipline children like that. Those guys were yelling, go get, and the children were obeying. It was no joke. There was no time for mom, pa crying. You do what you're told or you get discipline.
Mm-hmm.
They get discipline. I was sitting there, I see why the people from small, they doing that to 2-3 years old, no talking. When you get on the line, they say stand up, you run, you do it. Everything they tell you, do it. And I look at my little children coming in the hall, talking, yelling, laughing at each other, talking like animals. I'm like, what's wrong with our people, man? What's wrong with our people? If the little children like discipline, what do you expect of the elders? You know? But saying, I was really shocked that day, man. My niece came up to me and said, she didn't even speak to me, man. I didn't see the paper from, and she knew me. She knew who I was. So that was just total disrespect. To say, I'm not speaking to you, but I won't ride your car. I'm like, this girl came up to me, never seen me before. But she knows who I am. And she knows our uncle. But she didn't greet me. But the first thing she wanted to drive my car. Now, Sam, she didn't know who she was messing with. I put her right in her place. I told her no. I just walked in and left her. You can't speak to me. You stay outside and you look at my car. I see you. You're not driving. When I told her, Ma, I don't like Uncle Rodney. I know she want to say all kind of things about me. You know, but I don't care. You discipline your children. Don't disrespect me. You know, we have standards in our family. My pa gave us standards. You break that standard to me, I don't want nothing to do with you. You disrespect me. Okay, Sam? I'll see you tomorrow, brother. Take heed and government. I got a tip from the Buddha Brown refugee camp, and I keep missing playing it, man. And it's exciting me. I got a video of these people, and this is the cup they're going to be playing for on the weekend. This is the
I saw the cup.
Yeah, this is the Sunrise Forever Football Cup award, and $250 will be in that cup for the winner on Sunday.
So there will be no second place.
No second
prize.
place. Will be the champion or no champion. Because if the second place try, the whole purpose of this tournament is for the players to get money. If I divide the 250 and give 100 for second place, $100 not enough for 10 players. At least if the 10 players get $250, they can either keep it as a club or all of them can divide it and some you get $10 at least, or $15 at least each. That goes something for them to go home and buy a cup of rice or something, or have spending money.
At what age range? You talking about the tournament? What age range?
I'm talking about tournament, man. Who cares about age?
Yeah, I'm saying because they got under 13, under 14. Oh, women.
That kickball. You want to go play kickball?
Okay, all right.
You want to go play kickball with them?
I got a problem here.
The men tournament in maybe Christmas, but the men tournament will be 7-7, 20 minutes per game, 10-minute half, 5 penalty after 20 minutes. So we have as many teams that we can get. It will be a 2-day tournament. Every team will play for 20 minutes, 10-minute halftime. If you don't score, 5 penalty.
Will they register? Will they register with money?
It will be a $300 trophy. $300 in the trophy, $5 to register.
Okay.
Right now for the women, it's $1 to register. They got 6 teams. But if I divide the men 7-7, you know, they pay for $300. You can just pick up 7 people and say, let's go fight for the $300, bro. And you win it, you win it. I don't care who win it. Once they register and come and play, they win it, Same thing with a kickball. We don't care who win it. Once you register, 7 people play kickball. You want to find 7 women to come play and think you can win $200? Find 7 women to come and play. You want to find 13 women? Find 13 women. You want to get a whole team? It's up to you. The same thing we do that in America when they have 3-3 basketball tournament. You just call your friends, man, let's go win that tournament. But you know, when they say 3-3 tournament, they're not small tournament. A real professional is like a professional tournament. All day, 3 teams. And they're playing for big money too. Some are $1,000, some are $2,000, some are $5,000. But you know that professional Omo, man, those guys coming to play it for serious money. You get 3 men playing for $1,000. You know that serious game, boy. Yeah, look, I don't talk about that, man. They want money. Everything is money. And that's why I want to teach my people. We got to concentrate on money. You want to win? Be a winner. First place. No second place. Have a good day, sir.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, on my show this morning, my people in the Peterborough camp, here's the cup. In that cup on Sunday will be $250 for the winner. That's on behalf of the Chesson family and Sunrise Forever Incorporated of Rhode Island. The cup is the Sunrise Forever of Rhode Island cup. It will have be engraved on it here, Sunrise Forever of Rhode Island. So that's their cup, and that's wishes, my people, to all the teams. We got 5 teams a year in 5 kickball teams vying for that cup. Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. I talk to you later. My show is done. Have a good day and stay safe. Bye-bye.